Um, I want to greet all of my colleagues, my friends, businessmen, my professional colleagues, and everyone who visits our website. I want to mention to you that 2019 has come to an end and is ending in the next few days. And when we started in January, I didn't think that it would take such a short time to be where we are. So when we look back, we start asking ourselves, what have we achieved? 2020 is next door to us. And this morning, I've been talking to some client of ours, and we are talking about what will happen in 2020. And in 2020, this is probably late, but it's still the right time to set our goals if we haven't set our goals yet. It is important to be very clear in which terrain we are going to operate in, and be sure that we have a clear understanding of who our target client is. We must understand what the client wants. We must understand how we can reach that client. And it is important that as we move into 2020, we must set our goals, we must set our objectives, setting exactly what we want to achieve by when. I can mention that in this morning's discussions with one of my clients, we were talking about what we are going to do in February, what we are going to do in March, all the way to December. But more importantly, when we reach June, we look back and say, what have we achieved in the course of the year? And we relaunch ourselves going forward in the second half of the year, just to be sure that what we plan to do is being done and we are on course. You can do that in your big business. You can do that in your small business. In big businesses, we talk about work plans and budgets. In small businesses, we talk about our action plans. But at the end of the day, it is important that you know your terrain, you know where you want to go, you want to know who your customers are, you want to know how to satisfy those customers. And I think through that, you will either be a winner or a loser. In 2020, there is no loser. You can only be the winner. I wish you the very best as we start our new year. Please remember that 2020 is leap year, is the year of luck. And if you don't get it, talk to us. We shall help you. I thank you very much. And in case you have any questions, get back to us. We shall be in a position to work together and address our challenges as we go into 2020 going forward. I thank you. Good day. Setting of goals or setting targets in a business. One of the things that many of us or many people have difficulties in is to set their targets or their goals for a year or for a period of time. I think the first and most important thing that we need to take into account is to know what product or service we are offering in the market. Once we are very clear on the product or service we are offering in the market, its attributes, its characteristics, and what it's capable of doing, we need to identify who the target market is. The target market is somebody who is interested in our product, who has the capacity to pay for that particular product, and there is a willingness on the part of that particular target market to buy into that particular product. And once that becomes very clear, then you ask yourself a question. what kind of customers am I going to deal with? Because amongst the customers, they will be segmented in different groups. And you have to identify a group that you think is much more profitable to achieve your objectives. Once that becomes very clear, you need to move to the next level. You have to now set your objectives. And there are two types of objectives that any organization can set for itself. The first set of objectives is what is referred to as the strategic objectives. Strategic objectives tend to be long-term. They look at the growth aspects of the business. They look at the market share of the business. They look at how you are going to compete in the particular market. So you set your objectives in a very quantitative fashion. And those is what we may refer to as lead objectives. They are lead objectives because they guide where we want to go as a business. Then the second set of objectives is what we refer to as financial objectives. You want to ask yourself a question, what our financial targets are? What profit levels do we want to achieve? How are we going to manage our costs in that particular business? What will be our return on investment in that particular business? With those being very clear, we need to now ask ourselves a key question. What are the environmental trends in the market? I probably need to further state that there are organizations that will be involved in planning and thinking of what they want to do for the next 1 month, next 2 months, and basically they will be involved in what is called procrastination. Speed is the most important thing in business if you are going to succeed. Because at the end of the day, you have this Nyanja phrase which says, asembe. Asembe sisebenza. If you say, I wish I had done it, and you can see your friend is enjoying what you should have been enjoying. There are many things that happen in life, but I must mention that we are here to be with you all the way to your success. So as we close this time around, we wish to advise you that please follow us on our social media platform. You get a lot more information. And our contact details are appearing on the screen, and you can call us anytime. We are here to save you. As we mentioned, we are a team of experts, and we cover quite a range of services that we can provide to you. We mentioned last time that we provide corporate training services, we provide executive recruitments, we provide market research, we develop strategic plans which would make you achieve your objectives. Now, at Strategic Visions, you must always remember that you may have challenges, not problems, but challenges that you may think are insurmountable. But whatever it is that you want, we have it. I thank you.